want to show you this really special perennial over here. It's a cola plant, really a hardy perennial. It sits in well-drained soil, full sun here, but also partially shade would be okay. It has this really nice foliage, and then the scent is really wonderful for small kids. It's really safe because it smells of cola. You can also add it in water or in your tea, in a salad, or even if you do like a barbecue, like put it on some chicken. It's really nice, gives some nice flavor. We actually have some over here. We're going to go over here. We have some that I want to place in a different area in the garden because it grew too tall, and I want to show you how we will do some cuttings out of that so you can get a bunch of new plants. Placing here is really bad, so I'm actually going to remove it. I have another plant further over, so I'm actually going to dig it up, and then I'm going to make some cuttings out of it to give to friends and family or place in other areas of the garden. It's a great way to get more of one plant. Here we go. Now I'm going to show you how I'm going to make cuttings out of it. I just dug these up and I'm going to make some cuttings out of these. It's super easy. I just take like a little cutting here, like the top, and then I'm actually just going to remove the bottom leaves like this. Leave the top there, and then I'm just going to you can put in potting soil or poor soil. It's actually okay for these cuttings because they have a lot of energy in these small cuttings here, so they will really easily root, and I'll put a few together, and then I'm gonna put it in the greenhouse until they root, and then you can repot it out in the garden or give it away to somebody you like. I'll show you one more here like this. There we go. Just put it down there. You can put it on the edge because of the pot, then it's really easy to get out later and you can keep an eye on it. Then just keep it watered so it doesn't dry out here, especially here in the beginning, until it has some good roots. And here we go. I'll get a good one over here, one more. There we go. Take the leaves off like this, and then in this one I'll put 3 together. Maybe like 100 new cola plants. So they're gonna have fun out in the greenhouse. I put some of them in bigger pots and some just in smaller. Doesn't really matter how you place them, but keep them watered, and they will grow really fast roots out in the greenhouse. And then I'll put them on in individually pots or place them out in the garden. The one I moved they get around like 50 to 70 centimeters tall and get quite wide as well, like wider than my arm here. So a good width of the plant too. It gets like a bush actually. So I actually want to move it a bit back. As I said, I have more around in the garden. They are really nice green color, this silvery almost. And really nice. This one doesn't get flowers at all, but it is just a nice scent. You can use them for, they use them in medical use, or you can make some drinks out of it. If you chew on it, it's just like a bitter cola taste, but otherwise the scent is really nice. So I'm gonna replace the hole where I dug it up with a different perennial with some flowers instead, and place them further back in the flower bed because they did get too tall there at the border. I want something lower there. But these go in the greenhouse, and I'll show you when they get some really great roots on it. It won't take long, I think. So where I dug up earlier today, I dug up this cola plant that was standing here. It was way too tall, so that we dug it up, and then I made cuttings of it, and they are sitting now growing in the greenhouse. And then the plan is that we wanted something else that wasn't so really tall, So we actually found this really nice Stacy's discolor. It's a low-growing plant really near the border. It's much better than the tall cola plant we had, and it will have nice flowers like whitish color, have this long stem as you can see. The flower is finished now. I would cut it off after I planted it, so it can use the energy on creating more roots. It has like nice green foliage, and it will be low growing here. Maybe also grow a little bit out on the stones. We don't matter about that. I think it's going to be really lovely that it grows a little bit wild here. So I'll place around 2 or 3 in a group together, and they flower from about June to August here in Denmark. Really loved by the insects, the bees, and the height is around 25 to 30 centimeters. So I'm going to dig a hole first over here, and then if it's dry, it's super important that you add some water to it. Just gonna do it a little bit lower here, place them a little bit together, and then I'm gonna add some water before I add the dirt on top. There we go. And then I'll keep it watered if it's really dry. Autumn is a really great time of year to plant perennials, but also divide perennials. So these will really do good here, I think. There we go.